Okay, so it's time to give the C3 Corvette engine and engine bay a nice little wash. So you can see I covered up the distributor, the carburetor, parts of the alternator. I'm not going to spray too much water over there. And then over here on the coil, I took a latex glove, I cut the pinky off it, and just wrapped it around there. Okay, so here it's the oil filler plug, but I noticed that it was very loose on there, and I don't like that too much, so we're going to swap that out. But we're going to wash the engine first. You know what else I noticed? That Chevys, small block Chevys, they all do that. You see that? That's oil. I mean, I've seen this so many times. I think the oil comes through this bolt here, and they all do it right there. I'm not sure what that means, but I also see it over here on that bolt. So I'm gonna wash this off and, I don't know, maybe remove those bolts and put a little sealant on it, see if we can get it to stop doing that. But I mean, we're not going to do a super thorough job. We're just going to wash the engine, make it look more presentable. We're going to clean this up. We're going to remove these lines, replace them with black. I'm going to see what I can do about polishing these valve covers. Just an overall decent cleaning. So when you open the hood, it looks at least halfway decent. Alright, so we're going to be using the Ryobi power washer because, yeah, I use buckets full of water and put the holes in it and go to work. Okay, so I'm all set up. I have the water ready. My simple green, purple power, 50-50 mix. 2 buckets of water, that's 10 gallons, that should be enough. And oh, I gotta put a little painter's tape over that. We don't need water in the engine. Oh, yes, I know, that's that OCD kicking in. I couldn't just leave a piece of tape over it, I had to shape it around. Alright, let's get to it. Spray a little here. You know, we'll hit it with a plastic brush, just to scrape it just a little bit in this area so we can get it as clean as possible. I think it'll look decent once we're done. And that's all we're looking for. Just want it to look decent. That's a lot of oil. Oh, there's more oil here. So maybe I need to remove the whole intake and change the gaskets. But we have too much to do on this car, so we'll save that for another day. Some in there. Alright, let me finish spraying this and I'll bring you guys back when I get ready to blast it. Okay, so let's give it a little rinse, and we'll see after that what areas need to be addressed a little more, right? Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. It would never be perfect, right? It has to be all brand new, but at least a little more presentable. So let's get to it. Okay, that's looking a whole lot better. I'm gonna use a little compressed air, clean this out. Well, blow this this water out of here, and then go in there with a wire brush and some more purple power, and see if we can get that intake just a little cleaner. All right, so I say that came out pretty decent. Whole lot better, right? You can see the orange on the front of the engine. You can see the orange in the back of the engine. I think it looks pretty good. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and remove these two bolts on the intake manifold and use some sealer, some thread sealer on these, so we don't have that oil coming up through there and laying there. I think that looks horrible. But all in all, I think she's pretty clean. She looks good. I don't think we need to do anything more than that, right? I mean, I don't want to hold you guys up just washing this engine. So I'm going to cut this video a little short here. But stay tuned, because remember that custom auto sound stereo that you guys saw in the previous video when I was working on the fan for the Dodge Dart? That's for this car. This car right now has a Kenwood, and we're gonna put it back to original. I mean, I know it's not an original stereo, but it looks authentic, and it's gonna have Bluetooth, and it's just gonna be awesome, and it's gonna look original. And what else are we doing? We're gonna clean this up. These spark plug wires, I'm going to reroute them and put some hold downs in here somehow. We have a ground wire here that's bolted to the... This is ridiculous. It's bolted to the valve cover. I don't know where that is going, but I'm going to trace it and find out what that is. Maybe it's the engine ground, but I think they could have done a little better than that. All right, I mean, there's a couple of, bolt holes here we can use the front of the engine, but I'll figure it out. Anyway, folks, I think that's going to do it for me. Come on back. There's plenty to do, plenty to see, plenty of content. We still have the Corvette we need to work on. We still have the Magnum that we need to work on. And of course, the Dart, I will do a will it start video after sitting for 8 months. I know, sounds like a joke, but it's been sitting for 8 months. So why not give you guys the first start? What do we have? We have, this is for the antenna on the Corvette. These are spark plugs. I do have the blue wires. I'm waiting on the rotor and cap. They are by standard, and they are also blue. Anyway, let me not hold you up. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.